The two women ventured onto a rickety suspension bridge in their quest to find the missing girl. They both fell from the bridge. Fortunately, they landed on flat ground below the landslide, avoiding more serious injuries. Lou discovered her arm was dislocated. She positioned herself correctly and, enduring excruciating pain, snapped her arm back into place. Soon after, they reached the seaside, where the storm had finally subsided. In an abandoned ship, they found clues left by the man and a doll. Hannah became emotional upon seeing the doll, believing her daughter was nearby, and desperately called out her name. Fortunately, Lou quickly covered her mouth, preventing them from revealing their location. Lou noticed a lighthouse in the distance, which seemed to trigger an important memory. She instructed Hannah to return to the mountains, tune the radio to channel 16, and try to contact the sheriff for support. Before parting, Lou gave Hannah a handgun for protection while she stayed to continue the search. In the mountains, Hannah tried several channels before finally reaching the sheriff. Despite the weak signal, the sheriff heard Hannah say her husband had kidnapped her daughter. He immediately rushed back to the station to organize a search and rescue operation. However, at that moment, the sheriff received two fax photos from federal headquarters showing Lou and Hannah's husband. Shockingly, both were federal fugitives, and even more surprisingly, they were mother and son. The federal agency specifically ordered the sheriff not to get involved in the investigation. Meanwhile, Lou found her granddaughter in a cave but was ambushed by her son Chris, who stabbed her in the shoulder. Before leaving, Chris arranged to meet at the lighthouse and demanded Lou bring Hannah along. After finding Lou, Hannah helped bandage her wound and learned about Lou's true identity. As a young woman, Lou had been executing a dangerous mission abroad. To maintain her undercover identity, she kept her then 5-year-old son Chris with her. Eventually, her cover was blown, and Chris was captured by enemies and imprisoned in a lighthouse. This traumatic experience deeply scarred Chris's young mind, filling him with hatred toward his mother.